Okay, so just when you thought Joseph Parker couldn't make another call out video to top the one that he made to Dillian White, he does something like this and totally redeems himself. Listen, Joseph Parker calls out Anthony Joshua in the most masculine way possible. Let's take a look at the call out and then we'll discuss Joseph Parker and his new way of calling out his opponents.
I'm gonna paint you by numbers and color you in.
Okay.
If things go right, frame it and put you on a wall. And it's so hard to say it, but I've been it before. Now I'll surrender up my heart and swap it for yours. I'm out of touch, I'm out of love. I'll pick you up when you're getting down. And out of all these things I've done, I think I love you better now. I'm out of sight, I'm out of mind. I'll do it all for you in time. And out of all these things I've done, I think I love you better now. Don't hold me down.
He said the ref was getting involved too much in that fight.
And it's more than I can take. And it's dark in the cold December, but I got you to keep me warm. If you're broken, I will mend you, and I keep you sheltered from the storm that's raging on. Now, I'm out of touch, I'm out of love. I'll pick you up when you're getting down. And out of all these things I think I love you better now.
All right. So, there it is right there. You saw the call out video. And this is after he made a hilarious call out video to Dillian White. So I'm gonna declare Joseph Parker the GOAT of call out videos at this point. They're thoughtful, creative, funny, and again, he started off making these videos during the pandemic. I remember him making like a Back to the Future sketch and all types of things he was doing. And so this is something he enjoys, and I think it's funny, but I also think it helps to build a fan base. And this is what I'm talking about with boxers today. You got to get the people interested in seeing you. You got to do something that sets you apart. You got to make people care about you. And storylines are everything. And I think what Joseph Parker is doing is funny, and it's getting millions of views. I know the Dillian White one, the last time I checked, which was a few weeks ago, was at like 1.1 million views. So millions of people watch that. Now millions of people are going to be into Joseph Parker, and if he fights Dillian, he's at least helped boost the interest in that fight, by 10-20%. So this is what I'm talking about. I think that's dope. He's doing it in a funny, hilarious way that's not going to rub certain people the wrong way, because when you do it the way Haney and Garcia are doing it in the next topic that I'm going to discuss, some people may be offended, and it may just turn people off to the fight completely. So respect to Joseph Parker. I like what he's doing. I like his resurgence in the sport of boxing. I think Joseph Parker is proof of why you don't write a fighter off. I think Joseph Parker is proof as to why you don't give people the victories before they step in the ring, because many people thought Joseph Parker was just a stepping stone for Deontay Wilder. But he said, nah, Deontay Wilder, you made a mistake. And then people thought he was going to be a stepping stone for Zhang. And then he said, nah, Zhang, you made a mistake. And now Joseph Parker is at a point where he's feeling himself, and he's looking back at his old flames, and he's saying, hey, why don't we give it one more try? So with that being said, I feel like Dillian White would be a better fight for Joseph Parker than Anthony Joshua at this time. And the reason why I'm saying that is Anthony Joshua is in a unique position. And so I think he needs to focus on, if he's not going to get Philip Hergovich, which I read that it's possibly going to be Daniel Dubois who gets Philip Hergovich, then I think he needs to focus on a fight that is going to generate interest in him possibly getting a rematch against Alexander Usyk, or getting the fight with Tyson Fury. And I just don't think the Joseph Parker fight is going to be one that is going to be sexy enough to get the job done. And the reason why I say that is, one, he's already beaten Joseph Parker, so if he beats him again, people are going to be like, okay. And but also Joseph Parker is good enough to survive and make it an ugly, difficult type of fight the way the first one was. So I don't think that Anthony Joshua is going to consider Joseph Parker at this time. But you take Dillian White now, someone who came back after having popping dirty again, and many people would love to see Joseph Parker get in there and spark out Dillian White because they feel like he's been a drug cheat. He's tested positive too many times. And plus, they're just people who don't like Dillian, and they would love to see him get knocked out. Plus, you got Dillian White supporters. Don't get me wrong. He got his fanboys who probably feel like he'll spark out Joseph Parker. And what better way for Dillian White to introduce himself back to the top of the division by beating Joseph Parker, the man who's coming off of 2 impressive victories by beating Jane and by beating Deontay Wilder. So to me, that fight makes a world of sense. It's get back for Joseph Parker. 1, 2, for Dillian White, it gives him the opportunity to show he's still at the top and he can still win without PEDs in the system. But for Anthony Joshua, I think he's finally positioned himself where he's generated a lot of buzz and a lot of interest. So if he's going to take another fight, to me, it has to make sense in terms of boosting his popularity and boosting interest in seeing him fight Usyk and Tyson Fury, like his last 2 fights. Beating Oliver Wallin the way he did, he was able to knock out someone Fury couldn't. Beating Francis Ngannou the way he did, he was able to knock out someone Fury couldn't. So in his quest for positioning himself, he's going and trying to in the position of trying to reposition himself at the top. He went and he got rid of opponents that Fury struggled with, and I think that helped his cause. But I'm not so certain that Joseph Parker helps his cause. So to me, I would love to see Joseph Parker fight Dillian White because I think that would be a better fight for Joseph Parker as well, because I'm not so sure that Joseph Parker beats Anthony Joshua. Zhang dropped him twice. Zhang has stamina issues. We just saw what Joshua did to Francis Ngannou, vicious, brutal knockout. And Anthony Joshua doesn't have the stamina problems that Zhang has. So if he goes down with Anthony Joshua, I don't think Joshua lets him finish the fight, especially this new Joshua under Ben Davison. So for the sake of his career and what I think is the best matchup for Joseph Parker, and also what I think is best for Anthony Joshua, I don't think it's a rematch with each other. I think Joseph Parker fighting Dillian White is a better option. And I think for Anthony Joshua, if he can get someone like Philip Hergovich, if he can get someone like Daniel Dubois in the ring, to me, that will go a long way to helping his cause. But yeah, Joseph Parker, everyone's going to say you already did it before. But maybe you disagree. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.